mess with justice.
Hey there guys, Concatron here, and welcome back. Sorry. And welcome back to another ranking video, where today I will be ranking all 10 of my favorite elemental Skylanders. By that I mean, there's 10 elements, and I took my favorite Skylander from each element, and I will be ranking those. So these are like the best of the best from each element. I've already ranked all of them. I'm going to say it right now. There is one honorable mention, and that is going to be High Volt. You guys should know that I recently got High Volt, like, as of recording this, like, 2 days ago. And he has got the potential to become my most favorite tech Skylander. Easy. He easily could do that. I can actually get an upgrade. Let's do that. Oh. Well, wait, heal? Oh, you just get more health. Now that's actually a pretty cool color scheme. I got off track, but he definitely has the potential, very good potential, to become my favorite tech Skylander. He, like, right now, he's easily top 5 favorite tech, maybe even top 3, or definitely top 3. So he could, after I upgrade him some more, easily my favorite tech, and that would actually put tech at a much better place on this list, I think. But anyways, let's just start it off with my favorite Dark Skylander. Dark gets the dumb end of this list, I suppose. Hoodsicle. Like, this was the most recently top 10-5 thing, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoy Hoodsicle. He has an amazing design, but his gameplay is, I mean, not really his gameplay. I was gonna say his gameplay is slow, but I actually really like the Giants. They're definitely very good. But even the Giants, I think, are a little faster than Hoodsicle. And I should also say that all of these Skylanders are amazing, and I'm basically just nitpicking the crap out of them. Because, you know, they're here for a reason. If they're here, that means that they're my favorite at something. 75, let's go. So, and his moves just don't really flow together that well, I think. Like, his side swing is fine. It's great. And then you can, like, his moves don't flow together that well. Like, I'm swinging and now I'm going to spam the Z button. Like, swing and then Z. That doesn't really flow together that well. Like, it powers up the move, which I will definitely take. And then this, you have to pause a second to do it. I mean, he's very, very good, but he just doesn't flow together as well as all these other characters. Now, number 9 is going to be the tech representative. That is going to be Magna Charge. Magna Charge is this low just mainly because I really like all the other characters better, and I mean, he's really dumb, stupid, powerful. Like, okay, let's go. He's just dumb, stupid, powerful. Even in Imaginators, you can hardly stop them. Like, look at this. And then you can pick them up while dragging them, and then, like, you can throw them forward. They could chuck them behind you with a supersonic burst kind of a thing, and then just pick them up and chuck them off edges. He is OP. And like I said, his moves flow together much more better than everyone else. But he is here because he's kind of this low because he's OP. Because there's not a lot to him. Like, if there's an edge, you pick him up and you throw him off the edge. If there's not an edge, then you shoot. And if you get in trouble, then you dash away. That is basically it to Magna Charge. And you can't even pick up spell punks. That's the main reason. But but Magna Charge is here basically because he's dumb, stupid, broken. And I just kind of like the others better just because they have a bit more strategy to them. And speaking of strategy, number 8 is going to be the Earth representative, Prism Break. Now, if you look at my top 10 favorite Earth Skylanders, I didn't have Prism Break. If you go back, put Prism Break at number 1, and then take number 10 and knock them off the list, and that'll basically be your new list. Prism Break is here because I actually really like his design. His gameplay is actually a lot of fun. He's not doing the best right now in Imaginators, but what the heck did you expect? As you can see, he's got his blasts, which I think are nice. And then in other games, like especially in Giants, the Shockwave is OP. The Shockwave is still pretty good here. How much damage does the Shockwave do? Oh, I think it does. Was that 71 damage for this? No. I don't know where that 71 keeps coming from. But the Shockwave is still pretty good. Oh, these Chungo rats are really annoying. But I think he's got a great design. I don't know why people hate him, especially in friggin' Giants. He's OP as crap in Giants. That's mostly where I play him as, is in Giants. But he is still one of my favorites, easily. And if you're curious, the number 1 before that was actually Scorp. So Scorp just got knocked off. Alright, number 10, 9, 8, 7 is going to be the light representative in Nightlight. Nightlight is actually quite good. He is, again, OP. Why did it say Nightlight earlier and now it says Hawk? But Nightlight is OP as crap, especially in his own game. His sword knocks up enemies like it usually does. It's really fast, really good damage. Then you got your Slam, which puts you in close, and while they're in there, they're both slowed, and your sword does even more damage to them, which is just ridiculous. The flying doesn't do anything. I actually think the flying is a bit annoying, which is kind of why he didn't make it higher. He's got a great design, like look at this. And then this is really his only far range attack, but it's a pretty good one. You go like that and knocks him up. If you can teleport with them if you hit the secondary button, attack button. And it's just all in all quite nice. You can see that I like him a lot because he's got max gold, or would have max gold in like Trap Team, which is where I played as him the most. So Nightlight, OP as crap. But just, you know, like I said, not exactly my favorite best for the best, you know. Now, number 4 is going to be the life representative, T-Rex. T-Rex is amazing. I love his design. All of like the bark, like the tree life element characters, Stump Smash, Bumble Blast, I all think they have amazing designs. T-Rex has the best design, and he's also got really good gameplay, I think. As you saw, you got your Smash. You can hold up the Smash for even more damage. And even Imaginators, it does pretty good damage even on its own. You got your Rush. You know, speed up, rush through. If you hit that, you do a little Slam, which I think is actually quite nice. I use the Slam a lot just to charge into ow, are you kidding me? And then you got your Pew Pews, which doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Of course, if you go on a different upgrade path, it does more. It's better, you know. But then, you know, the Stampede wouldn't be as good. And, like, he doesn't really need the range. Like, you could just do this, and you have really good range as that. So it's really just good if you're low at health. So, T-Rex, amazing, in my opinion. Absolutely amazing. Alright, number 4 is actually, I think, is a very underrated Skylander, or 5, and should be talked about more. The air representative, Airstrike. The first sensei on this list, and not the last either. Airstrike is amazing. I absolutely adore Airstrike. Because he's got speed like this. He's got the power. He dishes out so much damage so fast. He was... I don't think I could say it, but I'm not going to say it. But I think he's got a great design. I love his personality. there is literally no bad thing that I can think about Airstrike. There's not a single bad thing that I can think about him. He's fast. He dishes out damage. He's got a smaller hitbox. He can be at all across the map at once with those things. I think Airstrike is just OP and should be talked about more because I really, really love him. And you see that, well, there was a pizza over there. Your little guy can give you money and or food if you're low on it. Like, there's a little explosion of money right there. Airstrike, absolutely amazing. Alright, number 4. Now, these next 4 were actually on my top 10 favorite Skylanders list. And there's only 4 elements on that list, which is magic, fire, water, and undead. And even then, there was only 1 magic. The rest were fire, undead, and water. So, you know, they kind of have to be here. And number 4 is the magic representative in Buckshot. Buckshot is in the same boat as Airstrike. He is OP as crap. He should be talked about more. He's got speed. He's got power. He doesn't have as much speed as Airstrike does, but he dishes out a lot more damage. And I also love his personality. But he dishes out, Buckshot here, Buckshot dishes out so much damage. You can put up these little vortex things and then start shooting them through the thing. It's amazing. And then, like, they're slowing down in the air. And then you get this thing, kind of like keep enemies away from you, explode, which is really good. And if you, this is my favorite thing, shoot a one of the boomerang into, you saw that? If you shoot a boomerang into the portal, everything explodes. And cause yeah, look at that. And because the portals suck enemies in and do damage to them at the same time, it's nearly unavoidable. And you can have 4 of these at once, so you can be across the entire arena and still dish out like 300 damage and 500 on crits. So overall, Buckshot, OP. If you do not have him, I would definitely give him a try. Put him on the bottom path, because that's the thing that makes them all explode. Alright, now number 3. And now, the fun fact, the next 3 Skylanders are actually on my top 5 Skylanders list. And one of them being the fire representative, Taekwondo Crow. Now, Taekwondo Crow is awesome. Absolutely amazing. The only complaint I have about him is his health, but that is easily overcome by his strength and range. Every shuriken hit does 82, and they bounce to do even more damage, and you fire 3 of them, which is already really good. Which, like, right there already puts him one of the best Skylanders of all time. Then his fire kick, if you throw them through the fire, they power them up even more. Which, and leaves a little trap. So I can flame cook right up to these guys. Like, it's ridiculous. And on top of that, you can have a little buzzer friend to help. And if you hold it, you can get a big one. And if you fire kick them, they do even more damage. So you can be in 3 places at once, dishing out ridiculous damage. He can be absolutely everywhere. Like I said, his health is a shame. But, like I said, easily avoidable. If you hold it, his primary attack for just not even a second, like instantaneously, you can shoot out a barrage of 5 of these things. If you hold it even more till they start going in fire, you throw down these amazing saw blades that dish out really good damage. I think any other enemy will be knocked up into the air, and they come right back to you for even more damage. So if they get hit twice, that's 400 damage instantly, plus knockback to keep them out. And it doesn't even take too long to activate. like the 5 you can activate instantly. But these only take like a second or two and they're gone. Like you can hold it up, toss the 5 through the fire. He's amazing. I could go on and on and on. I love his design. I love his character. I love his character in Trap Team, but I should really just stop. Number 2 is going to be the water representative, Dive Clops. Dive Clops, again, is OP. Really only in Super Treasures, because in Imaginators they've dumbed everything down, which is a shame, because even in Imaginators he's destroying. Look at this. His mines, I'm just using his mine attack. His mines leave little things which do even more damage, and they slow enemies down, which means that they can be hit even more by the mine damage and could easily be avoidable. So you could quite easily overcome Dive Clops' slow speed. And on top of that, you hit the sonar and it makes the mines explode and doing damage on top of it. Like if you just hit it, 22 damage all around. Like you have some of these going, they die too fast to see. So Dive Clops, like look, ping, really good. And then you've got this. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage on its own. Like you can send a pulse through them to knock them back, and if you hit like if you get cornered, you can hit Z, and you spin around a few times, knocking enemies really far back in the process because you know you're doing so much hits and stuff. And on top of that, his design is amazing, and he's Eyebrow's brother, who's actually my second favorite Skylander, compared to Dive Clops being my 4th. He is amazing. I love his design as well. Now, my first favorite is the Undead representative, if you haven't known. And if you've been on this channel for not even that long, you will know that my favorite Skylander of all time is Chop Chop. Now, I prefer his Series 2 variant, especially in Giants. It is OP in Giants. But he's got an amazing design. I also quite love his character. And as you can see, if you defeat an enemy with your sword, you can heal yourself, which is really good. Then his main gimmick is kind of the shield. Of course, it doesn't really work for up enemies like that. But Chop Chop doesn't really have speed, but he's got range. Actually, he kind of does have speed via with this. Does a bunch of damage. It actually stuns enemies, as you can see, if they live long enough to be stunned. But Chop Chop, I love his design, love his character, and his moves are amazing. Like, you've got that. In other games, it dishes out, like, 17 damage, but it does that, like, 5 times or something, depending on how, like, you get it, how much you get into the actual Bone Bramble. But Chop Chop is amazing. I have no words to describe how amazing Chop Chop is. So, that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know your list in the comment section below, or what you think of mine. Yeah, see, it's done. I just want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.